Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I have some more Hyliion stock analysis for you today. A good headline came out yesterday, and then I did a little bit more digging into it, and I'm going to bring that to you today. And whilst I don't want to make my channel purely about Hyliion, I have noticed that it is suffering from a bit of a lack of coverage at the moment. Hyliion themselves aren't putting out a lot of publicity. YouTubers aren't covering it. There really isn't a lot of coverage out there apart from us hardcore investors. So I'm going to take it upon myself to try and keep regular updates coming out about this stock. Not every day, but whenever there is a significant piece of news, I'll try and get it out there if I can. If that sounds like something you're interested in, do please smash that like button, consider subscribing to the channel, and let's get in there and let's take a look at today's news. Hey guys, welcome into the video, and here we are on the Hyliion page, and shocker, the stock is in the red again today, albeit only by 4p. The share price is currently $4.26. Volume is also low at just 50,000 shares changing hands in comparison to the 2.6 million that is the average. This company is in a quiet phase at the moment. Essentially, the Hyliion marketing team isn't putting anything out. They're still working very hard on the commercialization of the product. There isn't a lot going on that's going to act as a catalyst right at this moment to stop the share price dropping back too much further. However, the market cap is 918 million. I appreciate there's probably a lot of sweaty people out there based on this share price, but bear in mind they have 600 million held in near enough either cash or very liquid investments that they can get at very quickly, and it shouldn't get too much lower than that because the company has got all that cash to use, and its intellectual property and its innovation is there. So companies like this do suffer with times like this. Tesla will have suffered it along its road to development. It is an innovative, disruptive company trying to establish a new technology and a new way of doing things. So this is always likely to happen, but you need to trust your due diligence and trust why you actually got invested into the company in the first place. And that leads me on to exactly why this video today has come about. So this guy here at James Menzies at truckingnews.com asks the question, could natural gas be the answer to decarbonising trucking? So natural gas has been in the trucking sector for a while now, and he does make note of the battery electric and hydrogen fuel cell being the best ways to slash carbon emissions. But again, I think there is space in the sector to have all three of these these carbon net neutral options operating at the same time. Hydrogen, BEV and natural gas combined with Hyliion's way of doing things can all go at the same time. There are so many trucks and so much carbon being emitted that no one answer is going to be the answer for the whole market all at the same time. There's too many trucks out there. You wouldn't have the capacity to be able to do that. It first exploded onto the scene in 2011, but has since dropped back a little bit in 2013, 2014 because of diesel prices shrinking away. And then suddenly the 12-litre engine for natural gas was limited to £80,000 pull. The 15-litre Cummins engine that has now burst its way back onto the scene, having originally been mothballed or shelved, is going to help some of that answer some of that problem. I've seen a lot of people talking about on the forums that the Cummins 15-litre engine is going to be the end of Hyliion. That is not so. The Hyliion product can still be linked with the Cummins engine and provide even more power, especially in the likes of Canada, where they have a lot of hills and mountains to haul up. Same in America as well, no doubt. They might need that extra power. The other thing that the option is that the Hyliion axles and the Hyliion system will provide is that you can you can extend the life of the 15-litre engine by having it off while it is operating under the battery side of things. So that would be a really good boost to the company, to the life of the engine going forward. So here we are, we have the picture of it just there, and this is exactly what they're on about, talking about people in Canada and the fuel costs being the real issue, and the 12-litre engine not quite cutting it in terms of what's been happening. And then we move on to what he's actually talking about, an actual Hyliion truck in his article, especially if you get renewable natural gas that can beat electric hands down, because the infrastructure is already there. I've said it time and time again, infrastructure, natural gas infrastructure already exists in the trucking industry, whereas the chargers for electric vehicles and the hydrogen chargers, they don't exist yet. All of these companies that are building these trucks, they're going to have the trucks, but they've got no infrastructure to actually build that out, and that's going to take years. You can't just build up 1,000 service stations for hydrogen or 1,000 BEV charging stations overnight. It just doesn't happen. Whereas this side of things, natural gas is already out there and already a thing. So Amazon has already got involved in the natural gas side of things. It's working with CLNE. I did a little video on that recently, with an option to acquire 20% of the shares in the company. That is a huge vote of confidence going forward. And what would that do to the share price if Amazon started using Hyliion trucks? There's no official links there at all. They're just using the CNG or the RNG side of things from CLNE, Clean Energy, at the moment. But that the link is there, they're in the same sort of field. So eventually you might find somebody at Amazon go, hang on a second, why don't we try this extra option out? Yes, we have our battery electric trucks and our final mile delivery vehicles that are fully electric, but we need something else that uses the natural gas, and if they're using that side of things, it would make sense to marry that up with the Hyliion system. So there's even more to go on here. I wish I could just read the whole article to you, but I can't. So you have to get into it yourselves. But it is a positive article, and if you're starting to wane a little bit in your investment or the belief in natural gas, just give this article a read, and it will sort of remind you of exactly why you got involved. This is from like experts in the trucking industry as well, so it's not just investors and people on Wall Street that don't 100% know. These are people that actually drive trucks and are heavily involved in trucking. So natural gas truck sales actually got a boost. This is dated the 28th of October 2021, where natural gas sales actually rose 24% so far that year in the US and Canada. However, the analysts do also note that truck sales were up 28% in the same period. That is good news for Hyliion at the end of the day. Anything that Hyliion could retrofit their axles to, or ultimately sell the hybrid ERX to later down the line, is a good thing for this company. So seeing all these good metrics in here is also very good. And again, the Cummins engine seems to have made an advert of itself right there, and then literally by clicking that link you can quickly have a look up. Based on the 14th of October, you can quickly have a look at what the Cummins gas engine offers right here in a bid to reduce the CO2 emissions. I believe that this, when combined with the Hyliion system, could be a game changer for the trucking industry. The interest in it has far exceeded the expectations, according to the general manager of natural gas at Cummins, and this will, I 100% believe, will go hand in hand with bringing Hyliion's technology and bringing Hyliion's trucks to fleets and Hyliion's trucks to the market. I do believe that. We're just in need, when we go back and look at the share price at the moment, we're in need of some orders to come in, some really good publicity about how the truck handles, good results from the Innovation Council and the demos that they're having. All of this year could have all of that packed into it, as long as the company achieves the goals that it has set out. So we'll be watching for coming quarters for sure, but at the moment nothing about this company has changed. This share price degradation right here, okay, Zacks did downgrade his their share price by $2, but nothing has really changed about the company across all of this, really. So that if you were happy to buy the share prices at $10 a share over the last 6 months or so, 7 months or so, you should still be very happy to buy them at $5 a share and average down your position massively, or open a position at rock bottom prices, because we are getting to that point, as I've said already, that the share price will be worth, or the market cap will be worth, exactly what the company is holding in cash, and yet they've got all the potential that they have currently shown in all the investing presentations, the demonstrations, etc. At least they have a product, the hybrid EX trucks, that are actually out in the market pulling goods, pulling stuff. If you check out all the YouTubers channels, some of them actually work with the truck day in, day out. You can actually see that the product is out there and fleets are very impressed with it. So that is a very good news story for me. Naturally, there are doubters out there, there always are, and while the company isn't quite commercialising its product yet, then that is going to happen to the share price. But once you do your due diligence, you get stuck in and you actually have a look. I know Hyliion's marketing isn't the best, but they're more about actually doing rather than being all hype and pomp and ceremony and whatever and then not actually delivering. They do actually want to deliver. Unfortunately, that means that the share price doesn't get propped up by anything, and at the moment, obviously, over the last few months, it's collapsed all the way down to $5 a share, which in my opinion is starting to become a bit of a steal, really, based on the potential for this company over the future. We just do have to be patient. It is struggling with the chips and the getting this supply chain issues that every other company is suffering with as well. Hopefully that's been a good video for you today, guys. If you want to hear about any more, or you have stuff that you want me to look into in accordance with Hyliion or other stocks as well, do let me know in the comments below and I'll do my best to get videos out there on that. Thank you very much for watching today, guys. Much appreciated. Please like and subscribe. Catch you in the next one.